Hello everybody and welcome back to Gaming on Caffeine. My name is Isaac. We are back with a brand new first look at a new mod pack. This is Feed the Beast's brand new FTB Trident, available right now on the FTB launcher. And the first thing that I'm going to do is read you the description on the Feed the Beast launcher, because first of all, it gives you a kind of a good idea of what we're about to get into, and also it's a pretty well written introduction. So it says here, build upon infrastructure and arm yourself with advanced tools and weaponry as three factions fight for supremacy in a small oasis amidst a barren wasteland. In this PvP-centric pack, you must embrace in skirmishes, control powerful vehicles, and risk your life exploring the wealth this dead island has to offer. Prepare for impact, prepare for war, prepare for victory. So that is the definition, or that's the introduction, should I say, to this mod pack, and it kind of does it a lot of justice. This is a PvP-centric mod pack based around sort of a war theme. So it comes with a pre-made map that is only available when you download the server for, I don't know why, if you try to play single player, you only get a default world generation, which is not really, in my opinion, how you should play this pack. It comes with a specific world download for servers, and if I go ahead and press J here, bring up the map, it looks like this. I believe it's a 1600 by 1600 pre-made map with this little central area here, this massive barren wasteland, and three little safe havens of greenery, as you can see here, here, and here. Now, if we head on down, we've got this nice little runway. We do have some pretty cool vehicle mods installed in this pack, as well as modular power suits, which I'm only wearing because they nicely increase the speed at which I run, which was very helpful whilst I was running around this massive map trying to uncover it all so I could show you when we started the video. So, if we go ahead and look here, right at the back, we have the Secret Rooms mod, which is a really cool mod. I do like this mod, especially when we're doing sort of a war-type thing. You can hide things off in little secret rooms and people can't find them. And for those who don't know what the secret mod does, by the way, it's basically a mod that allows you to build rooms that people can't see. So, for example, we get like a secret door, and if we were to throw it down, I don't know, over here, like that, it's going to go ahead and blend in with the blocks around it. And if you were to do something like this and get some grass and just kind of fix this up like that, you've now got yourself a little secret room that no one else is going to really find or try to look for, which I think is pretty cool. Just a little feature of this mod pack, nothing really special. But anyway, we've got ourselves a book over here. I'm going to go ahead and grab one of these. So we have three teams. We have the blue team, the green team, and the red team. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to go into survival mode, because if I don't, I actually break the book when I grab it here, and then we'll go back into creative. There we go. Let's have a look here. FTB Trident info. Welcome to FTB Trident. It's a war-based PvP map. Yada yada yada. The map is pre-generated 1600 by 1600 with a 4 wastelands and some little valleys and stuff like that. Mobs do more damage. We'll talk about all that stuff in a minute. So yeah, that's just a little introduction to the pack. If you want to read that when you download the pack, that's up to you. Now, this pack has some pretty cool features aside from all the mods. We will talk about the mods first, and it's mainly a tech-focused pack. There's not, I don't believe there's any magical mods installed at all. We have no Thorncraft, no Britannia, mainly just things like thermal expansion. We have extra utilities. We have a lot of the war-based mods, Mine Factory Reloaded, which might be very useful because there is a ton of sludge from Mine Factory Reloaded all around. You can see that at the top with whaler sludge from Mine Factory Reloaded is just abundant in this map. And yeah, it's really a lot of tech mods. We do have Pneumatic Craft, which has some really cool stuff like jetpacks and all kinds of cool shizwiz that you can use to get about and do some really cool things. Solar panels, Tinker's Construct. I believe we also have Tinker's Weapons, so you can go ahead and fight and have all the extra weapons that Tinker's has, like the crossbows and stuff like that. Thermal Expansion, Thermal Foundation, Applied Energistics, Chisel, so you can make a really cool looking base, and of course Flans mod, which allows you to make all the guns and all of the air vehicles and really cool stuff that gives it that real war theme, which I think is really awesome. We haven't seen a mod pack. Well, we have. There have been a couple of mod packs like this before, but this one has some pretty unique features that we're going to go over right about now. This is pretty much the end of the mod list there. Very small pack in terms of, well, not in terms of Feed the Beast, I guess. Like, compared to things like Infinity and the Direwolf 20 pack, it is quite a bit smaller and a bit easier to run as well. So that might be a plus for quite a lot of people. Now, the interesting thing is, this Barren Wasteland is no normal Barren Wasteland. They have coded it so that in this barren wasteland, mobs are harder. So if you're out here trying to scavenge for stuff, if you're out mining, doing stuff out in the wilderness, or making your way from one base to another, it's a lot harder to move. There are mobs in here that are harder to beat than the typical mobs that you will find within your base. And also, if we go ahead and go to nighttime here, they have installed a mod that makes it very, 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 very dark. If we go to like 22,000, look at this. This is what it's like at nighttime. When the night dawns, this is what it looks like. You can see it's just on the brink of night. Oh no, it's about to become daytime. If we go to like time set to 20,000, like that, it's just pitch black. You cannot see a thing. We'll put the brightness up to bright. This is what it looks like. It's just nothingness. Absolute nothingness. We'll go back to time set 0. It looks pretty good in the day, but during the night, there was just absolutely nothing. Let's fly over to one of the nearby bases. What I'll do is I'll quickly throw down, like, a waypoint here if we can, and we'll just call it Base 1. And we'll just put it at like 100 so we don't like fall into the earth, and we should be able to go ahead and teleport over there real quick. And this is what you'll find in the midst of these little like safe havens. There are a few of these little carpenter's doors, little bases, pre-made bases, very small to begin with. This is it. There is really nothing here, but these are just like little pre-made bunkers that are in each of the 3 locations that you can kind of start out in if you so wish. It's very much made to be played on a server or as kind of like a, maybe, yeah, it's definitely intended to be played on a server with like 3 teams of people. I guess a couple of people on each team would be pretty cool, and it can be really awesome to play this as like a little server series thing. That'd be pretty awesome if we could get some people together. But there were 3 points, and you'll notice that if we look at the map as well, the points are like different sizes, so you might automatically think that like this one down here is the best because it's got the most greenery, it's the largest of the islands, but it's been specifically designed to where some of the other islands like this one and this one, even though they're small, they have other unique advantages. For example, some of them are kind of surrounded by mountains and mountainous terrain, which makes them a lot harder to attack and get in and out of them than, say, this one down at the bottom, which is surrounded by much more plain land, which is easier to attack, especially from the middle there. And one more cool feature that there is, you'll see there is an outside. There's a wall here, but there is an outside. There is a rest of the world out there to explore outside of this little arena here. Now, you can leave. You are allowed to leave the arena. That's not like, there's no like pre-made rules to say you can't. But the further you get out of the arena here, the harder and harder and harder the mobs get. Now, that does come with a bit of, like, a caveat that makes it a bit, like, it's going to incentivize you to want to go further and further out, because the further you go out, the denser the ores get, because there's only a finite amount of resources in that default square that you start in, and at a certain point, you're going to want to find even more resources so that you can go ahead and kind of just become triumphant over the opposing teams. Now, you're going to want to go further and further out over here to get those denser and denser ores, but as you go further and further out, it's going to get harder and harder and harder because there are going to be more and more mobs, which is a really cool mechanic if you ask me. If we go ahead and just dig down right about here, we might find a couple more ores than we would normally. Or we might just find absolutely nothing. I haven't actually looked at the scale of this mod pack, so I have no idea, like, how, at what point it becomes, like, super, super dense. It might be, like, 1,000 blocks out. It might be 100 blocks out. I'm not too sure, but I was reading up on the mod pack, and I watched their announcement live stream, and it sounded really cool when they were describing it to us then and there. Let's just teleport back over to the middle here. Another couple of, a few other couple of features that they have. We'll call this home, and again, we'll go to Y100, just so we don't fall into the floor. Player names don't show up, so if you're wandering around, you won't see the player name above the head, so it makes it a lot easier to kind of sneak up on people and not be detected, which is kind of awesome. I'm not quite sure what this is over here. We have a missing name right now. I think that might be something to do with the fact that maybe the names don't work. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, that's kind of about it. If we go back to the mods list here, I think there are some really cool like turrets and stuff you can build. Yeah, look at this. We've got ourselves a railgun turret, a laser turret, a disposable item turret. Really cool stuff down here from the Open Modular Turrets mod, which I hadn't actually heard about before. I have seen MC Helicopter. I know Janky Nick has a pretty cool little spotlight on this mod on its own. Funky Locomotion as well to make some really cool sliding doors and base mechanics if you so wish. But overall, I think it's a pretty cool looking pack. It's not the uniquest of ideas it's been done before, but it's a pretty cool take on an idea with the whole like war theme and 3 unique bases. I think it's kind of cool. If you would like to play it, there will be a link down below to the Feed the Beast launcher, and it is the second mod pack down right there below Feed the Beast Infinity at the time of making this video. Thanks for watching. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to like. If you want to see me play this, like try and get a bit of a server going, see if we can get some people on board and make a little series about like going to war with 2 other factions, be sure to tell me in the comment section down below. It would be a ton of fun. Thanks for watching again, and I will see you guys next time.